Welcome to Practice English Conversations. Are you ready to practice your English and become more fluent? Let's get started.
Hi, Emily. Today, could you tell us about how you became a fashion designer? Have you always dreamed of designing clothes?
Hi, Rachel. Thank you for having me. Well, not exactly from the very start. I've always been creative. When I was a child, I used to sketch all the time. I even loved drawing cartoons and would often fill my notebooks with doodles of funny characters and simple outfits.
That sounds wonderful. So, when did you realize that fashion design was your true passion?
It all started when I was around 9 years old. My grandmother gave me a box of fabric scraps and old buttons, and I began making small outfits for my dolls. I remember thinking how exciting it was to create something unique. Later in high school, I took a few art classes where I experimented with designing clothing on paper. At that time, I even thought of becoming a cartoonist because I enjoyed drawing so much. But deep down, I realized that I loved the idea of creating real garments that people could wear.
Fascinating. So, how did you take your passion further after high school?
After high school, at the age of 18, I decided to pursue art seriously and enrolled in an art school. I majored in painting and design because I wanted to learn all the fundamentals of art. I spent 4 years there, and during that time, I continued to sketch clothes in my spare time. My professors always encouraged me to explore different styles, but like most art students, I dreamt of becoming a famous painter, perhaps as great as Monet or Matisse.
Did you become a successful painter after graduation?
Not really. I managed to sell a few of my paintings to local galleries, but it wasn't enough to pay my bills. I soon realized that the art market was very competitive, so I needed another way to express my creativity and also make a living. That's when I started working part-time in a clothing store.
Interesting. How did working at the clothing store influence your career?
It had a huge impact. Working at the store allowed me to learn about fabrics, trends, and customer preferences. I saw firsthand what people like to wear, and I began experimenting by drawing simple designs in my free time, mostly during evenings and weekends. I'd sketch ideas for t-shirts, dresses, and even jackets. Slowly, that hobby started to become something more meaningful.
So, it wasn't a sudden decision, but a gradual transition from art to fashion design?
Exactly. At first, I was just doodling my designs, but over time, I began to see patterns and learn about the practical aspects of making clothes. I researched how to sew and even took a few short courses in fashion design. One day, while I was at work, my manager noticed a few of my sketches that were left on a table. She was surprised by my talent and asked me about my designs.
That must have been an exciting moment. What happened next?
Well, she introduced me to a friend of hers who is a designer in the fashion industry. After a few meetings, I was offered an internship at a small but innovative fashion label. The internship was unpaid at first, but it gave me valuable experience and helped me build a portfolio. I worked very hard, often staying late at the studio to perfect my designs. In less than a year, I was given a job offer that I couldn't decline.
That's incredible, Emily. So, from working in a clothing store to becoming part of a fashion label, it sounds like a dream come true. How has your career evolved since then?
It's been an amazing journey. I started as an assistant designer, and gradually, I began working on my own designs. Over the past 7 years, I have developed my own small collection. I now have a few of my designs featured in local boutiques, and I get feedback from customers all the time. It's not as glamorous as working for a big designer, but I truly enjoy every step of my creative process.
That's really inspiring. I imagine there were challenges along the way. What was the hardest part of transitioning from art school to working in fashion?
One of the biggest challenges was finding a gallery or a platform to show my work. In art school, everyone dreamed of being a famous painter, so it was hard to break out of that mindset. I had to learn how to market myself as a fashion designer rather than as an artist. It took a lot of persistence and self-promotion. Even though my family and friends always believed in my talent, it wasn't easy to convince people in the professional world to take a chance on my designs.
It sounds like perseverance was key for you. Have you ever had to make a major change in your design style?
Yes, I have. For a long time, I was focused on designing casual wear, jeans, t-shirts, and simple dresses. But when I was about 25, I felt that I needed to challenge myself further. I started experimenting with more formal attire and even men's clothing. I was initially nervous about designing for men because I had never worked in that area before, but I wanted to push my boundaries. I began by creating a few suit prototypes and formal shirts. The feedback was positive, although I had to learn a lot about tailoring and fabric choices.
That must have been quite a learning experience. So, you're now designing both women's and men's clothing?
Yes, I am. I still design casual and modern outfits for women, but I also have a separate line for men's formal wear. I must admit, designing suits and formal attire is very challenging because the fit and fabric quality are extremely important. I often spend extra hours researching the best materials and techniques. However, I enjoy it because it allows me to grow as a designer and offer a wider range of products.
And what is the best part about being a fashion designer, Emily?
The best part isn't the money, even though I do earn a decent salary now. It's the creativity and the joy of seeing people wear my clothes. When I walk into a boutique and see my designs on display, it feels incredibly fulfilling. I also love that I can express my ideas through fashion and make a difference in how people feel about themselves.
That's such a heartfelt reason. I can imagine you must receive a lot of positive feedback from your customers.
Yes, indeed. I get messages from customers telling me how much they love my designs, how comfortable they feel wearing them, and even how they receive compliments because of my clothing. That really makes all the hard work worth it.
It surely does. With all that experience, what are your future plans? Do you have any projects in the works?
I'm currently working on a new collection, which I plan to launch next year. It will be a mix of smart casual and formal wear. I'm experimenting with sustainable fabrics as well, which is a growing trend in the industry. I hope to expand my market and maybe even have my own small boutique someday.
That sounds fantastic, Emily. Sustainable fashion is very important these days. It looks like you're not only pursuing your passion, but also contributing positively to the environment.
Exactly. I believe that as a designer, I have a responsibility to think about the future. I'm also considering partnering with local artisans to create unique pieces that reflect our cultural heritage.
I'm truly inspired by your vision. It's not always easy to break out of traditional roles, but you've managed to find your own path. What advice would you give to young artists or aspiring designers?
I would say, follow your passion and be open to change. Don't be afraid to try something new, even if it means stepping out of your comfort zone. There will always be challenges, but each one is an opportunity to learn. Also, network as much as possible, because sometimes the right connection can change your life.
That's excellent advice. Finally, how do you balance work and your personal life? I imagine being a fashion designer can be very demanding.
It certainly can be demanding, but I try my best to manage my time. I set clear schedules for work and make sure to reserve some time for myself and my family. I also make sure to take breaks and do things I enjoy, like painting or simply going for a walk in the park. This balance is essential to keep the creativity flowing.
Thank you, Emily, for sharing your journey and insights with us today. Your story is both inspiring and relatable.
Thank you, Rachel. It was my pleasure to share my story. I hope that my experience encourages others to pursue their dreams, no matter what obstacles they might face.
I'm sure it will. Your journey from a young child with a love for drawing to a successful fashion designer is truly remarkable. I wish you all the best for your future projects and hope to see your new collection soon.
Thank you so much, Rachel. I appreciate your kind words. I will continue to work hard and follow my passion, and I hope that my designs bring joy to many people.
I have no doubt that they will, Emily. Thanks again for joining me today and sharing your story. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to our next conversation.
Thank you, Rachel. Have a great day as well, and goodbye.
Goodbye, Emily.
Great job practicing with us today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next English conversation. See you in the next video. Keep practicing and stay confident.